Folks, after watching my video about the mental addictions, etc., some of you are asking me whether the concept of or the feeling of fear, pleasure, and need to be famous, etc., which I said in my earlier video, are the main causes of this mental addictions. Are they not? Are these feelings are not natural in human beings, and how to get rid of them, etc. I'm going to talk about those deep emotions, feelings today. First of all, I'm not talking about these feelings by reading some books or by doing meditations, etc. As I said in one of my videos, though I experienced something beyond the human mind, I lead a very, very normal life like all of you. I'm not a sannyasi, I'm not a sadhu, especially I have not put a wall around me by doing meditation or by worshipping, etc. I don't want to be respectable. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be desireless, etc., etc. I don't want to be fearless too. Some of the folks probably you might have noticed who have got some spiritual experience, they put a wall around them. They make sure that they are desireless, fearless, and if there is any fear, then they go and do meditation. They worship to get rid of that fear. If there is any desire for pleasure, they sit down on meditation and then try to remove that, etc., etc. I'm not saying everybody does that, but most of the folks do that because they think that all these feelings of fear, guilt, pleasure, etc., are against the state of being in a higher level or being one with that higher level entity, etc., etc. And I don't do that. There is no wall around me. Fear in the world is free to come to my mind. It is free, the desire for pleasure, like sex, the desire to be famous, etc. All those deep-rooted feelings are free to come to my mind. I don't have any wall around me. Every suffering, everything in the world freely come to my mind and then they go away. This going away is what I said in one of my earlier videos, is washing away all these things. The fact is, I mean, I won't go into the details of this. The fact is that I don't hold on to this. Suppose there is a feeling of fear or the feeling of sexual pleasure, the desire for sexual pleasure, the desire to be famous. When these deep rooted feelings come to my mind, I don't hold on to them. It's like imagine a peak, mountain peak. Um, there are clouds over the mountain peak. The clouds come and pass away. Some of the clouds stay there for some more time, and some of them freely pass away. Um, the mountain peak does not hold to any of these clouds. These clouds are like the various feelings, deep-rooted feelings like fear, sexual pleasure, the desire to be famous, etc. Now, you may say that, oh, these things are stuck in our mind, and there is something special in you uh, which makes these deep-rooted feelings to go away from you. That is not true. Let me explain. First, you need to understand the very basic nature of the mind or the brain, where all these deep-rooted feelings are stored. This is not imaginary. There is nothing spiritual concept about it, philosophical concept about it. This is a scientific fact. That is, the memory of fear, the memory of sexual pleasure or any other pleasure are stored in the brain, no doubt. But unless they are strengthened, unless you are holding on to it by saying, oh, I have this fear, I have to get rid of it, I must be free of it, or I have this desire for sex, I should satisfy it, or I have to do something about it, and it is bad. The desire to be famous is something bad. I have to get rid of it, etc., etc. The storage of the memory of those deep-rooted feelings are not strengthened. Have you noticed, let's say, a small child, 1-year-old child, etc., or 2-year-old children, they don't hold on to anything. They don't have the concept of the fact that there is a fear. Fear is something bad, or desire something bad, etc. It's not respectable, and so on. Those incidents, whatever incidents causing fear or desire for pleasure, unless they are repeated or strengthened by holding on to them, they will have no effect. It will come and go, just like the clouds on the mountain peak. But if you try to get rid of fear by doing something, if you try to get rid of the desire for pleasure or sex, then that storage gets strengthened. It will not go away. Either you enjoy, or either you are doing something to strengthen the fear, or the sexual pleasure, etc. Unless you get succumbed to those deep rooted feelings and keep repeating those feelings are not strengthened. If they are not strengthened, the nature of memory is such that they will be washed away. It is this strengthening process, either by holding on to it or by trying to get rid of them, is the root cause of um, having these fears, um, desire for pleasure, to be famous, etc. It's strengthened in your mind. That's why you are unable to get rid of these addictions that I talked about in the earlier video. I hope I've explained this carefully. In summary, though the brain has the has the or is of the nature to store the deep-rooted emotions, unless you hold on to them, unless you want to hold on to them by either trying to get rid of them or wanting to have them, these memories will get slowly powerless and they will disappear. That's what I would like to communicate to you folks. That is what I meant by saying that though I live a normal life without putting a wall around me, letting all these sufferings, fear, pleasures, desire for pleasure, etc., come to my mind, they don't get stuck permanently in my mind. They get washed away because I know the nature of these deep-rooted feelings, and I don't strengthen the center where all these deep-rooted feelings are stored. If you let these deep-rooted feelings or thoughts or whatever desire, etc., to come and pass away or disappear in your mind, then you can get rid of these emotions, or you can get rid of these mental addictions, and you can be free of them. That's what I would like to communicate to you folks today. I'll talk to you soon on a different topic.